Grand Seiko recently released a few US-only exclusive models based off of their 44GS case design, and instead of the usual nature-inspired Japanese treatment, we're getting something a little different. Inspiration from the katana, or Japanese sword, which Grand Seiko is still saying was derived from nature. There's 3 new models here and all have the exact same stainless steel case, 9R65 spring drive movement with quartz level accuracy, and same non-tapered bracelet, but the dials are different and each one represents different aspects of the katana. First, the black SBGA489 resembles the high carbon steel used for the outer sharp edge of the katana known as kawagane, while the green SBGA491 represents the strong inner core of the blade, which is called shingane. According to Grand Seiko, both of these forms of steel come from a process involving iron sand from the earth that's heated up in a furnace, and after a few days it turns to tamahagane, which is a pure form of Japanese steel. And there's your nature tie-in. Both of these dials are great to look at with their subtle textures and tiny hints of sparkle meant to resemble the previously mentioned raw tamahagane, but the standout for me is the third one, and that's the SBGA493 that's limited to only 500 pieces. The deep red colored dial on the SBGA493 was inspired by the radiating sparks created when a hammer strikes the katana blade in the forging process. It looks beautiful, and you can imagine those sparks when you stare at this dial. I think Grand Seiko dials really work when they, first of all, look gorgeous, but also when you can really visualize the inspiration in the dial without it being so blatant. Think the snowflake and white birch as opposed to something like the Rolex Datejust with the palm dial. The first two are subtle, but you can definitely see the inspiration, while the latter is just palm leaves on a dial. Grand Seiko has dials just on lock. They really stand out. Now, back to the watch. I really can't see myself pulling off a red dialed watch, but if I had to pick any that are currently on the market, the SBGA493 would definitely be at the top of my list. You get all the Grand Seiko hallmarks, the cool dial of course, but also crazy accuracy and finishing that's unrivaled in the price range. I'm sure you guys have heard this a million times before, but we shouldn't take this stuff for granted. Speaking of price, it'll cost you $5,600 for the 489 and 491, and the limited edition 493 will cost you $6,000. All should be available by the time this video is released, so if you're in the market for a cool katana-inspired watch, give these a try.